Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma if you're new here, and in today's video we are going to be doing a June TBR. And I know it's already June, so it's a little bit late, but I have had a lot of problems filming on my regular phone because of storage, and then I'd have to delete a bunch of apps and make room for the video to download it to my camera roll and then to upload it to YouTube. So I finally got a content phone, which is just another iPhone that I'm gonna use only for content, videos, pictures, things that take up a lot of storage for YouTube and social media things that I don't have to keep on my regular phone. So that is what I'm filming on, my new content phone. And then I just have my other iPhone, and my content phone is using my regular case in Octobuddy since my other case hasn't come in yet. So we're gonna be doing a different kind of TBR video today. Instead of doing the TBR prompts, pick my TBR for that month, I'm gonna be doing something different where Instagram is gonna choose which books I read in the month of June. So if you're not following me on Instagram and you want to participate in future videos, make sure you're following me at Emma Marie Kelmis across all platforms. But this is my TBR jar right here. It's got all the books that I have printed out a few months ago that I would like to read. It's obviously not updated. I do want to update it soon, but I want it to get a little lower in level. I'm gonna put 2 books next to each other, take a picture, upload them to my story, and then have an Instagram poll choose which books I'm gonna read. So some of them are like, I want to start a new series, so I'm gonna put new books in a new series. Other ones are things that I think might be similar books. Either it might be like a romance trope or fantasy series that are kind of similar, or which series should I continue, things like that. So it's a little more interesting. And some of them might just be random, like books I'm feeling reading this month, and let you choose. So instead of picking 8 books, I know I did 8 books in the last video, and that was very ambitious, and I'm sure if I had nothing going on that month that I could definitely read 8. But there are, I think, 3 books that I didn't get to, and I'm currently reading Throne of Glass, so like I'm like a little bit past halfway, and so I might just include that in June's wrap-up video. I'm not sure yet, but I ended up putting those back into my jar, and the May wrap-up should be uploaded soon, but I'm gonna do these in separate videos, obviously. But let's just get started. I am going to lay out my jar and kind of show you the options, and then let you know my thoughts and what I'm thinking. Okay, so here is a quick layout of all of the books on my TBR. And if you're new here, I do have a separate series jar that has all the books that are next in the series. So I've got a lot of thrillers in here because I have not been in the mood for them. A lot of romances. And we are gonna do 6 books this month. Just because June again is a busy month, and I will be leaving at the end of June for my trip to Spain. So we're just gonna pick 6 books. So I'm gonna pick 12 books because we're only gonna be reading 6 of those in this video. So I'm just gonna pick the books that I am kind of interested in reading, 12 of them, and then we'll pin them against each other later. All right, so I'm gonna pick out the books of the series, I don't know, that I'm currently working on. So Crown of Midnight is the 2nd book in the Throne of Glass series. So I'm gonna pick this one and put it in the possibilities jar. Also, Legendary is the 2nd book in the Caraval trilogy, and this is one that I also would like to continue this month. And there is Magnolia Parks. This is one that I had on my last TBR video, and there were so many requests on the library that I didn't even have a chance to read it. So we're just gonna put this one in the jar, and hopefully it will get here this month. Since it's summer, I do want to read some summer books. So The Summer of Broken Rules sounds like a really interesting book. So I think I might just add this to the jar. Another book that is a summer read for sure is Book Lovers, and this one was also on my TBR video last time, but I just didn't get a chance to read it, so we're just going to add this into the possibilities jar. Another summer book is This Summer Will Be Different, and I wasn't a big fan of her second one, Meet Me at the Lake. I really didn't like it at all, but it seems like a lot of people felt the same way, and a lot of people said that this one is a lot better, so I'm curious to see how I feel about it. I'm a little nervous, but hey, we gotta give it a try. So I'm gonna put this in the possibilities jar. There's You with a View, and I've heard that this is a really fun, good romance book. I don't know pretty much anything about it, but I do want to read it, so we're gonna put this in the jar. There are also some series that I want to start, and one of them is the Chestnut Spring series. This is like a country summer book. I've never read like a cowboy or a country romance book or series before, but everyone says that this is really good, so I'm gonna add the Chestnut Springs in there. All right, the next one that is kind of something that is sticking out to me is Shatter Me, and this is a pretty big series and I've never started it, but I've heard amazing things about it, so I'm gonna put this in the jar as well. And then this one just seems like such a fun and summery book. It's 24 Hours in Italy. Not really sure what it's about, but I'm pretty sure it's about 24 hours in Italy and some sort of romance. So we're gonna add this one in as well. All right, it kind of condensed the pile a little bit, and we only have 2 books left to pick. So I gotta choose very carefully. So one that's really sticking out to me is this one. And I've never read an Ellen Hildebrandt book, and this is Winter in Paradise. I believe it's like the start of a series. So we're gonna add her into the pile. Okay, this is the last pick, and I'm torn. I want to read Mary Jane. This is a very summery book. I also want to start the Addicted series, the Cruel Prince series. There's also Night Shift that is sticking out to me, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, The Breakup Vacation, and Fourth Wing. So I'm not sure yet. I need a minute to think about it. Okay, I'm gonna end up going with Mary Jane since summer is only a few months and I have been really wanting to read this book. So that completes our 12 books. I'm going to pin them against each other, and then I will show you what the Instagram stories look like. All right, so here are all of the books. I kind of separated them. Legendary and Crown of Midnight are books that I am currently in the middle of the series. We've got Flawless by Elsie Silver, Magnolia Parks, and Shatter Me. These are the first in the series, so that would be starting a brand new series for me. And then here are standalone summer books. This Summer Will Be Different is kind of in a series, but it's really not. And then Ellen Hildebrandt's book, I don't know if it's in a series or if it's just like interconnected standalones. Not really sure, but I put it in this pile anyway. So now it's time to pin them against each other. Right away, this is gonna be one that I am gonna be sad about regardless of what the outcome is, and that is putting Legendary. It's the second book in the Caraval trilogy, and I read the last one last month. And we also have Crown of Midnight, which is the second book in the Throne of Glass series, which I am currently on Throne of Glass right now, but I should be done with this by the time this video goes up. So these two I'm gonna put against each other, and I'll just show you like the Instagram poll and posts later, and then I'll just show you the results since I'm already showing you what I'm putting against each other, if that makes sense. Okay, the next one that I am gonna put is, I feel like the Summer of Broken Rules and This Summer Will Be Different. They both say summer in them, and I feel like they're both kind of would give similar vibes. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna put those two against each other. So this is The Summer of Broken Rules by Kale Walther, and this is This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. So these will go against each other. I'm gonna put Mary Jane, and this is by Jessica Antha Blave. I can't really see the writing. And this is like a coming of age story. It's very summery. And then we've also got Winter in Paradise by Ellen Hildebrandt. I feel like these aren't very similar, but they kind of have like similar covers in a way, like they're real people on the cover. So I'm just gonna put these against each other and see which one wins. Okay, and the next ones I'm gonna put together are Book Lovers by Emily Henry and 24 Hours in Italy, and this one is by Romy something. I can't read the writing, it's so small. I'm gonna put these two together. There's nothing really similar about them other than they're both summary, but yes, these two will go against each other. Right, the next one is gonna be a which series should I start, and those are Shatter Me, and this is by Tahara Mafi. And then next we have Flawless, and this is the first book in the Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver. And these are very different types of books. Like this is like a dystopian fantasy. This is a country cowboy romance series. So this should be very interesting what the outcome is, because some people really enjoy fantasy and other people really enjoy romance. So I'll be very interested to see which one wins. And then the last two books left are Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. This is a romance series. And then we have You with a View by Jessica Joyce. And this is also a romance book. So I'm interested to see which one people pick. I get the feeling it's gonna be Magnolia Parks, but who knows? I feel like this cover is really cute. So I don't know, but those are all of the ones that I'm gonna put against each other. All right, I'm gonna post a little story saying, hey guys, come help me vote for my June TBR. And then I will show you all of the photos and the results after they've been up on my Instagram for a while. So I'm saying I'm working on my June TBR. Please help me pick the books I should read. All right, so this is what it looks like. I'm gonna post it to my Instagram. Hello you guys, it's the next day and exactly 24 hours after I posted the Instagram stories. The first poll we had was the Summer of Broken Rules and This Summer Will Be Different, and I will put the results up here. The Summer of Broken Rules had 36% and This Summer Will Be Different won with 64%. So looks like we will be reading This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. And I honestly don't know anything about this book. If you have stuck around with my channel, you know I kind of like to go into books a little bit blindly. I don't love knowing everything about it. And also a library person, so I reserve all my books from the library, but yeah, that's just a little bit about me. So we will be reading This Summer Will Be Different this month. And then the next poll we had was Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book in the Throne of Glass series. And then we have Legendary, and this is also the second book in the Caravel trilogy. And these two are both in the fantasy genre. So let's see what the poll said. Legendary is at 40% and Crown of Midnight is at 60%. So we will be reading Crown of Midnight this month. I'm really excited about it because I am loving the Throne of Glass series so far. The next poll we have is Book Lovers versus 24 Hours in Italy. Here are these two, and let's look at what the polls said. So Book Lovers is at 48 and 24 Hours in Italy is at 52. So it's a really, really, really close poll. And so we will be reading 24 Hours in Italy this month. And I am really excited about reading this one because I will be going to Spain at the end of this month, and it just gives like the European vibes. So I will probably read this like right before I leave, or possibly bring it with me. We'll see. I plan on reading a lot on my Kindle, as I said, because I just don't want to bring so many books in a carry-on. But yeah, maybe that will be one that I bring this month. Okay, moving on. The next poll that we have is Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings and You with a View by Jessica Joyce. And you guys, this poll was exactly 50% for this one. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for this one since they're a tie. I think that just means that I can pick my own. I don't know. But to be honest, it's my video, my rules. And I'm kind of feeling Magnolia Parks, not only because it was on my TBR last month, but the only reason I couldn't read it is because it's still not ready for me at the library. It has like 7 holds, and I do really want to read it, And also if it's ready for me and it's not on my TBR, I can still read it, but like I have the opportunity. So I'm gonna go with Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. And the next poll was starting a series, and this was between Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is the first in the Chestnut Spring series. And then we have Shatter Me, which is obviously the first in the Shatter Me series. Not really sure what it's about, but I think it's about like this girl who has like different, or has like a power, or there's something different about her, and they kind of put her in like this like facility for like, it's almost like a mental hospital or something like that, and then they use her to like fight in like a political war that's going on in this world. I don't really know, but I've heard such good things about this series. And let's see what we have. These polls are kind of wild. So Flawless, the first in the Chestnut Spring series, is at 11%, and Shatter Me won with 89%. So it looks like we will be reading Shatter Me this month. And now we are on to our last poll, which was between Winter in Paradise by Ellen Hildebrandt. And I've heard Ellen Hildebrandt is the queen of summer romances, beach reads, all of those things. I've never read one of her books before, and I have honestly no idea what this one is about, but I think it's like the first in the Nantucket series or something like that. I don't know. So this one is on there. And then the second one was Mary Jane. I'm not sure if it's YA or adult. Not sure, but let's just take a look at the polls. Winter in Paradise is at 44% and Mary Jane is at 56%. So it looks like we will be reading Mary Jane this month, and I'm excited about it because it's been on my TBR for quite some time. I'm excited to see what all the hype is about. Let's just do a quick recap of all of the books that will be on my June TBR this month. This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune, Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, 24 Hours in Italy, Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings, Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi, and then lastly we have Mary Jane. Those are all the 6 books on my June TBR. And all of these other 6 that did not win in the polls will go back into my TBR jar. That is the end of this video. I'm sorry that I've been so late on posting because of getting my content phone and getting that all set up and waiting for it to get here and things being late, but I'm hoping to do some videos this month other than reading videos and other than just the TBR and the wrap up. I'm hoping to maybe do like a swimmer collection video, maybe a jewelry collection, hopefully a vlog, but I've just been working so many hours. I'm currently working double shifts every day this week and filming this video at like 8:30 in the morning, like right before I get ready to go to work. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And make sure you're following me on all my social media platforms. That is Emma Marie Helmus on all of them. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this YouTube channel. And let me know what kind of videos you would like to see. And also, if you've made it this far, comment down below what books are on your June TBR or your summer TBR, whatever you do. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. Bye.